We appreciate how hard you've worked today. It's been a long day. I'm going to send you home.
And with that, the jury in Karen Reed's retrial left court without coming to a verdict today. The panel deliberated for about 7 hours today. Thank you for staying with us. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. The jury didn't have any questions for the court today, but as WBZ's Kristina Rex shows us, Reed's defense team asked for a major change.
Karen, do you have any comment you want to make leaving today?
No comments today, guys.
Karen Reed silent as she leaves court. Her fate is in the hands of a jury, and for 9 hours they've now deliberated with no result. On Monday, there was no communication with the court and jury whatsoever, just deliberations straight through. Many of the jurors dressed in more comfortable clothes than usual.
I'm sure they want to go home to their families. I'm sure they want to be done with this, but I think they also know that it's important to devote the time necessary. We have a victim here, John O'Keefe, his family. We have a defendant, Karen Reed, and all of those parties are entitled to really a full and fair evaluation of the evidence. So I'm not surprised given the length of the trial and really what we're facing.
This deliberating jury consists of 7 women and 5 men. They have access to more than 200 evidence exhibits to review from this case, including Karen Reed's taillight and John O'Keefe's clothing. A reminder, the jury in Reed's first trial deliberated for nearly 5 days before a mistrial was declared because they were deadlocked.
I feel well, I feel strong, and the jury will do the right thing.
Reed spoke to reporters Monday morning over a controversy regarding the verdict slip. Reed is facing 3 charges, including manslaughter, but she also could be convicted of what are called lesser included charges, like OUI. The judge denied Reed's request to add more not guilty options to each possible charge on the verdict form.
I think what happened last year with the same verdict form explains that the jurors themselves found it confusing and have said as much. So we just wanted to avoid that again, and apparently the court is not concerned. So we'll just move forward and wait on the jury.
The concern is valid about the jury from, when you look at it, it does seem fairly confusing. I think on the other side of that is that this is the standard for lesser includeds when we have these types of charges.
This jury's timeline is on a very similar track to the jury from the first trial so far. By this time, the jury in the first trial had just asked one question about evidence, but otherwise had been deliberating straight through with no decision. In Dedham, Kristina Rex, WBZ News.
Now, outside the courthouse, this was the scene, a sea of pink, as we've seen throughout this trial, first trial and second trial. Large crowd of Reed supporters spending the day waiting for the jury to come to a decision. As WBZ's Louisa Moller shows us, many say they're going to be back every single day until there's a verdict.
It was lawn chairs and long lines in Dedham Monday, a town well-versed in pink activism, reaching a fever pitch again. This time with some new faces.
This is my first day here.
It is?
Yes.
And what brought you down today?
Praying for the verdict. Yeah, praying for the verdict. We were going to come on Friday, and I didn't want to miss the closing arguments.
We saw hundreds crowding the lawns and sidewalks across from Norfolk Superior Court, some prepared with picnics, even pink cupcakes. Karen Reed's second trial tapping into a common thread beyond the utter conviction by the Free Karen Reed movement that she is innocent.
What is it that you think galvanizes people to come to this courthouse and wear pink?
Because this is a true injustice. I mean, we're true crime fans. Could have been anybody.
It could be me. I would have done everything she did. Exact same thing.
It could be you, me, it could be any one of these ladies.
Robin Burns brought her daughters to the last trial, and now they're back.
I really believe there's a lot of corruption here, and I believe it runs deep. And I've got 3 girls, and this could be one of my kids.
There's also the element of Karen's own notoriety, growing each day she walks into court.
We took a picture.
And what did you tell her dad on Friday?
Happy Father's Day.
Through it all, John O'Keefe's family has remained somewhat private. His brother Paul telling WBZ's Kristina Rex at the conclusion of the last trial that it feels like his brother has been forgotten.
She knows exactly what she did, and she's trying to buy and lie her way out of this, refusing to take accountability for her actions.
But ask some in pink, and they'll tell you that's not true. They say their movement not only measured by Karen's image.
I think that we're all here for Karen, but also I think more so for justice for John, too. John needs to have justice.
In Dedham, Louisa Moller, WBZ News.
And stay with WBZ as we wait for this verdict. When there is a decision, we're going to bring you the verdict live on WBZ right here on Channel 4 and, of course, streaming as well on CBS News Boston.